Let's get it on!
Hey everybody, welcome to another special edition of Off the Ropes with John and Josh. Today we will be reviewing the Royal Rumble 2013 and the Monday Night Raw that followed, Raw Roulette.
Well, we had a great Royal Rumble this year. Overall, it was pretty decent. You got to see a lot of interesting things. Got to see the return of a few peoples. It was nice. I mean, you got to see the show open up with none other than Bret the Hitman Hart, Alberto Del Rio, and Ricardo Rodriguez cutting a little promo backstage. Ricardo Rodriguez got the cool pink sunglasses. He marked out.
It was a nice little face promo for Alberto Del Rio. I really enjoyed, what they did with that. They're really pushing him face. I really like what they got going on there.
It was really nice. Which brought us into the curtain jerk of the night: the Big Show versus Alberto Del Rio in a last man standing match
For the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, sir. Now, the match was pretty good. Overall, it was very high-paced, a lot more fast-paced than Josh and I were expecting.
It was definitely a believable match. You know what I mean, it wasn't too one-sided or anything like that, which I definitely was happy about.
The spot of the night: Alberto Del Rio flying through a table and almost missing.
That's true.
And then at the end of the night, recycled finish from 2005. No, so. You know what? It doesn't matter.
I think it was actually from Extreme Rules 2010, from the John Cena and Batista Last Man Standing match.
They duct taped Big Show's feet to the rope.
Yep.
John Cena did it in the corner. He had his legs around the corner and duct taped them. Let's just face it. It's a recycled finish. It's cool. At least,
It's still, I think it really worked, though.
It did.
For what they wanted to do. I really do. We talked about it. This match was nice and fast-paced. Even had a couple of funny spots. Had Alberto Del Rio just flat out kicking the Big Show right in the balls. It was pretty funny. And you know what? Everything was legal. And as a face, it was pretty damn funny.
It was. It was. So Josh and I concurred, and we're going to give this match 4 boots.
4 boots. I definitely... it could have been better, obviously, a little bit. But overall, pretty good match. Yeah.
Which brought us into the next promo of the night. It was Matt Striker talking to Dolph Ziggler with AJ and Big E.
AJ calls him Ziggy.
Yep. They kicked Matt Striker off, and Big E Langston starts talking like this, which pretty much makes me think he's been watching me because I do a very similar gimmick in my house called CJ Pressman.
Yes.
And CJ Pressman is on the news with the news of the news. So, Big E, you can expect my lawsuit in the mail. I'm suing you for gimmick infringement. Suck on that one.
Those big man titties.
Which ended up bringing us into match 2 of the night. Team Rhodes Scholars taking on Team Hell No for the tag team titles.
Now, this match, it was okay.
It was decent.
It had some good stuff in it. But the problem that I had with this match was that it's kind of the same thing that we've seen from those two teams over and over again for the last few months.
Yep.
And there was kind of a botched move in this match.
Yeah. No, we're not quite sure who it was on, but I mean, it was just...
Personally, I think it was on Kane. It was Cody Rhodes went for a swinging neck breaker on Kane, and it looks like Kane turns the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And it looks really awkward, and I don't know. Just looked really weird. Didn't care for that.
But
it was a solid match.
Hell No retains.
But like I said, could have used a little something extra. Could have been a little bit more inventive. Something. I don't know. Just needed something.
So once tonight, again, Josh and I kind of talked it over. We, again, unanimously decided 3 boots.
3 boots. Could have used a little work, but still a solid match.
Brought us into the 3rd match of the night.
Which was?
The Royal Rumble.
The Rumble
Now,
itself.
Dolph Ziggler comes out. He was obviously put in the #1 spot by Vicky Guerrero as a punishment. So he's standing there, he runs his mouth off, and he's like, bring out #2. And then all of a sudden, here comes Chris Jericho. Now, the Royal Rumble itself was decent. It was decently paced at the beginning. It really started to fade out in the middle.
It started off real fast.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Kofi Kingston, again, with a great spot this year.
We got to see Goldust, and he battled with his brother.
Yep.
Who actually eliminated him.
Yep. Got to see Dolph Ziggler putting a dropkick into The Godfather and eliminating The Godfather.
Got to see the returns of both Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara.
Yep.
Though Sin Cara, I don't think he was at 100%.
No.
He looked a little slow, a little sluggish. Might have been still a little hurt, not really sure. We also got to see the winner of the NXT tournament,
Bo Dallas.
though he did not get any sort of pop. None at all.
None.
No cheers, no boos, nothing. The crowd was quiet. I don't think they even knew who the hell this guy was.
But then in the end, it comes down to the final three being Sheamus, Ryback, John Cena. And of course, since you all already know it, John Cena wins the Royal Rumble.
And we saw a few kind of spotty moments in this in this Rumble. We saw a botched Walls of Jericho.
Yep.
We also saw Barrett pre-bump Daniel Bryan when he kicked him.
Yep.
So
Couple of small things in there. So overall, we gave the Royal Rumble itself 3 boots.
3 boots. Could have used some work, but with such a long match, so many people, it's bound to be
Now,
it's usually not a gigantic standout.
this is something I was thinking about that I want to put up there really quick. I think next year, they should do something that hasn't been done in a long time. 3 rings. Now, mind you, this was a WCW thing. I'm talking World War III for those of you who know what I'm talking about. 3 rings. Every person on the WWE roster in those rings. And it battles down to 1 ring. And in the final end of it all, one person's left. That person gets a shot at whatever title they decide. So we're talking Raw and SmackDown. We're talking all the divas. We're talking NXT. We're talking any trainees. We're talking Matt Striker. I'm talking Jerry Lawler. I'm talking anybody who's ever laced up a pair of boots, gets in that goddamn ring, and earns themselves a spot.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Now,
WWE, if you're watching us, if you're listening to us, which, I don't know, sometimes makes me think you are. You do things that we do. I'm just saying, you're stealing our shit. But if you're listening, take this idea.
Now, saw the promo of the whole Rock Punk build-up. His final total going into Royal Rumble was 434 days.
434 days.
So, I mean, it was okay. The match itself, really well done. I was excited.
During that promo, though, with The Rock, I gotta say this one thing. You had Josh Matthews over here interviewing The Rock. And I realized something that I never really noticed before. Josh Matthews is incredibly short. Like, he definitely looks like 2 feet shorter than The Rock. I'm probably taller than Josh Matthews.
Probably. And Josh is a short fuck.
Uh-huh.
Now, we ended up getting the match. Rock, Punk. It was for the title. Now, this match, it went on to be a very good match. The Shield obviously had their part. They interfere, put Rock through the table. Vince comes out, goes to make his statement. Rock's like, it's not happening like that. You're not taking that title from him. I'm taking that title from him. Match restarts in a legitimate almost 2.5 minutes later.
It wasn't even that. It was like a minute. I looked down the line. It was a minute and 50 seconds, I think.
People's Elbow, new WWE champion. In all honesty, if you guys wanted to shock me and you guys wanted me to pay my money for the Royal Rumble, right there you had me pissed off. Because in all honesty, you want to blow my mind? There should have been back and forth between the two of them. Maybe he hits the GTS and The Rock kicks out of the GTS. And then The Rock hits the rock bottom and then he kicks out of the rock bottom. And then they go back and forth for a few more minutes. Don't restart the match and be like, oh, there it goes. Oh, look at that. And you really wanted to blow my mind? CM Punk would have retained his title there and then he would have been challenged by somebody else.
You know? The end of that match was about as sturdy as that Spanish com table that they were on. That just collapsed under the weight of the two of them.
That was a nice segue. Oh, that's respect right there.
Just saying.
Now, overall, the match itself was really well done.
The match
it
was
really put together
phenomenal.
very well. So Josh and I agreed, 5 boots.
Definitely, it was 5 boot worthy. Obviously, we didn't really want to see that ending, but it was still
WWE did not impress
those
me.
boots.
So I'm just saying, everybody knows. I predicted months ago that CM Punk was going to drop his title to The Rock. I claimed that it was going to be Rock Cena 2 at WrestleMania for the title. Now, I'm making the prediction right now, before it happens on any television show, CM Punk and The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Now, overall, I think that I would rate the pay-per-view as an entirety, I'd say a 4 boots.
I'd say 4 boots.
The one thing that kind of did bother me, if you didn't notice as we were, talking about all this, it only had 4 matches.
4?
4 matches.
4 matches total.
3-hour pay-per-view, 4 matches.
There wasn't even a Divas title match.
like I understand that the Rumble itself is an hour long, but that leaves you 2 hours of programming and 3 matches to fill that slot.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys.
Well,
you do better than that.
Now we move on to the Monday Night Raw.
Raw Roulette.
It opened up with CM Punk opening the show.
Throwing a tantrum.
Throwing a tantrum and back to unimpressing me. He went back to #crybaby bitch.
Yes,
Now he's got a couple legitimate points. In his entire tenure running the title for 434 days, not once did one of his matches get restarted. So why would this one? But in all fairness, at the end of the night, which we'll get to, it explains itself just a little bit more. So then we get to see Matt Striker. He finally got his. As what happened?
Tell him. Tell him, boyo.
I don't remember.
He got dropped. Just saying. I believe it was it Ryback?
Yes.
Yeah. Picked him up,
Shell
shocked him. Honestly, I was watching that, and it almost looked like he pre-jumped to get onto his shoulders. And I thought that was kind of funny. But
Well, Raw wasn't really anything special, so we're going to kind of run down and try and keep the special episode a little bit shorter.
we started off with Orton and Antonio Cesaro.
A special guest referee.
And special guest referee, of course, The Miz.
Awesome!
I mean, the match was decent. You know, it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't horrible.
Definitely helped to fuel the Cesaro-Miz thing.
Especially because right at the end of the match, Orton's in the corner. Miz pulls Cesaro off of him. Cesaro's got his attention on the Miz. Miz is finally like, well, whatever. He turns around and RKO.
Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong with that. Then we saw Ryback in the back with Vicky Guerrero.
A Make Me Laugh challenge.
That is what he spun on the Raw Roulette. Make Me Laugh
Versus
challenge.
the primetime players. They made a horrible joke, and then Ryback made me laugh as he kicked the shit out of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he might have beat up the other guy too. Oh, that's where he beats up.
Yeah,
Striker.
that's where he beats up Matt Striker.
Swear to God, that way up here.
I don't know. I think I forgot to write this down, and that was why.
And
Remember,
then-
kids, when you're in school, take proper notes. Otherwise, you won't have these problems.
Next match of the night, we got to see Wade Barrett in a.
It was a player's choice match where Wade Barrett would get to choose his own opponent.
He chose Bo Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a logical choice for Wade Barrett. You know, this rookie, this new guy, kind of green or whatever. But lo and behold, Bo Dallas pulls off a win.
Yep. All because he had to go for that elbow.
Yep.
He went for it, and Bo Dallas ducked it, scooped him up, and 1, 2, 3.
Just did that scoop slam, just kind of like Orton. It kind of reminded me of that Orton slam. Just like came at him, just boom, hit it, and pinned it.
Cody Rhodes spins the wheel and ends up getting John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he walks out on the match and tries to come back. Cena wins. Is anybody really impressed?
The match was okay.
Cena gives us a little bit of a promo. Stands there and tells us he's going to decide right then and there who he's going to fight at WrestleMania. And of course, it's whoever has the WWE Champion.
Yeah, instead of being, inventive and going for the World Heavyweight Championship, no. You got to do what everybody predicted and go for that one.
Well, while he's out there cutting his promo, the Shield comes out and attacks him. And then
it's about damn time, too.
I agree.
Just saying.
And then out comes Sheamus, and then out comes Ryback, and then everybody gets their ass kicked a little bit more.
Now, what me and John here were talking about, we think that this is going to set up for a possible 3-on-3 Elimination Chamber tag match, which I don't think we've actually ever seen other than in the video games, which you can do.
Yep.
Between the Shield and then the three of them, and I think that would be really interesting.
I agree.
It should be different.
The Shield taking on Ryback, Cena, and Sheamus.
I think it'd be something different, and I would really enjoy to see that.
Well, the next match of the night saw Tensai spinning the wheel and getting a lingerie pillow fight option against Brodus Clay.
He was not very pleased.
He wasn't. So as he walks off, Brodus was allowed to re-spin the wheel, and it ended up on dance-off. Now, he looked at Vicky and he goes, I'll go tell Tensai. Well, they cut to the ring, and Tensai's out there, and he's all covered up.
He's got his robe on.
He's got a robe on, and then he takes it off, and he's got on a sexy little piece of lingerie.
I gotta say, it was funny and disturbing all at the same time.
It was, but you really got to see what the Albert side of him was like, because a lot of Albert came back out in him, and then they walked away.
He can dance, man. I'll tell you what, it's pretty entertaining. He looked like he had actually had a good time.
It did. It did. And as they were cutting away from that, it goes to the backstage. Farouk is watching the little monitor, and he's like, "Damn!"
Classic moment.
My Ron Simmons impersonation. Tell me what you think.
Classic Ron Simmons. Gotta love it.
And then we got to see
Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show again.
Yeah, in a body slam challenge.
Which really
didn't happen.
Get to see
No, Big Show just ended up
but...
tearing everything up.
Yeah.
He beat up the Alberto Del Rio and duct taped him to the ropes. He beat down Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, he duct taped him to the ropes and then just made him sit there and watch as he beat the living hell out of his friend Alberto or Ricardo Rodriguez.
And then we got to see a Las Vegas Showgirl Lumberjill match versus Tamina Snuka and Caitlyn.
Which actually wasn't the match. The part of the match where it was actually the two of them wasn't
good.
bad.
No, I think Tamina's a great competitor for the Divas title right now.
But then eventually all the Lumberjills got in and started beating up each other, and they just eyed each other down. And yeah, I definitely think Tamina as the new contender for the Divas Championship, good choice, very good choice.
Well, then The Rock comes out.
Mm-hmm.
He cuts his promo on being the new title, the new champ. Then Punk comes out. And he starts making his statements.
Rock says that Heyman's got some deep fried Twinkie tits. Gotta love it. I'm a big fan. Twinkie tits and Cookie Puss. Could be like a new cartoon. I would watch that cartoon.
I think this might be there was a lot of censored moments.
Oh yeah.
I think this might be
so many swear words were flying around, and they're bleeping and bleeping and bleeping. You know, this is definitely looking like the return to TV 14. We can all hope. Stop teasing our fans with.
I was hitting you in the head with a fish on the camera.
That's not cool.
Well, and then we got to see a tables match between Sheamus and Damien Sandow.
Yes.
Now this was a great
Intellectual
match.
Savior of the masses.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And then Damien Sandow got put through a table.
Yeah, that was a nice ending. I have to admit, it was. He had him up for the. What does he call it? That's the white noise. Mm-hmm. That's what he calls it. Yeah, he just muscle busters him right through that table.
And then we got to see WWE karaoke featuring.
God.
It was Kali and Natalia with Hornswoggle and Zack Ryder. And they played the Sexy Boy theme for Kali to sing, and apparently he can't read.
He can't read. They had the words up there just like karaoke, right on the big Titantron, and he apparently doesn't know how to read because he's just singing whatever the fuck words he can remember. I don't know. Zack Ryder didn't even get a chance. I was kind of hoping he would sing something. I don't know.
No, and then they were interrupted by three-man band.
Yep. Because they're the three-man band.
I'm not even going any further with that one. Then Y2J
They got their ass kicked. We'll just leave it at that.
Y2J came out, cut a promo, and then Dolph
Actually,
Ziggler.
it was a great promo.
It really was.
I love Jericho. He may have left. He may have only been gone for 6 months, but no matter how long he's gone for, he always comes back, and he's always great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he never loses that step. He never does.
We got to see Dolph Ziggler come out, interrupt him. Ziggler, Big E. Apparently, Big E stands for his cup size.
Yeah, Jericho said he could put a cup, set a glass on one of those things. I'm just saying, they're some big man packs.
So then, Strange Bedfellows match ended up being Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho taking on Team Hell No. Team Hell No with the win after Chris Jericho tags in Dolph Ziggler and then punches Kane, jumps out of the ring, and Ziggler's like, what the hell? And Kane turns around and just chokeslammed him out.
It was pretty funny, I have to admit.
And then after that, we got...
We had our newest inductee to the Hall of Fame this year, Trish Stratus.
Hot damn!
Mm-hmm.
Can we find like a really nice little picture and put it up there?
Yeah, check that out. Yeah.
She's beautiful.
She's so hot. No,
she's joining the ranks of Bob Backlund and Mick Foley for the year.
I think it's a great class right now. I would agree. I'm very pleased with what they've got going on for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I forgot.
Now for the end of the show.
End of the show ended up being no more than Paul Heyman's performance review.
Yep.
Paul Heyman, let's blatantly say it. He blew smoke up Vince McMahon's ass. Everybody knew he was lying. It comes down to Vince rolls video footage. The video reveals everything that everybody already knew. So then
he's paying off Brad Maddox. He's paying off the Shield. Brad Maddox apparently not getting the job done, so he sticks the Shield on him. Beat the crap out of him.
Yep. And so then, right as Vince is about to say you're fired, he gets
That's
out.
Not the funniest part, though.
Oh.
The funniest part was when Paul Heyman decided he was going to deny everything. Because that video, that was not him. That's not me. That's it. We are in Vegas. That was an impersonator. Mm-hmm.
Didn't work.
Not
so
at
Vince
all.
goes, "Yeah!" And then the music hits. And out comes Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. He F5'd the boss.
He did.
Show ends.
And I was reading, apparently, there's an update on WWE.com that Vince McMahon supposedly broke his hip because of that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Whatever, it'll be an interesting story angle, though, to go with. That he broke his hip because of the F5. Yeah.
And that is our Royal Rumble / Raw Roulette review.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, we do this for you. We don't do this for us. Well, we kind of do it for us. It's kind of entertaining.
No, we do it for us.
But we definitely do it for you. So, any more feedback we'd love. And don't forget to check us out, like us on Facebook. Because, I check it all the time. I barely get new people. I'm not doing this for my health, people.
It's true.
Get on there. Also, go to Twitter. Check out. I know I don't tweet that much, but I've got like 9 followers. And that includes us and one of our buddies' photography businesses. It's like, come on. Get us more followers. I will tweet like a crazy man. Just for you. And also...
He likes to tweet.
I do. Also, watch all of our other episodes, all 10 of our previous episodes, plus the other 2 special editions on YouTube. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe, so why don't you just do it already?
It's true.
All right.
Thank you for joining us. We are down for the count.